Of course, we're not going to spoil everything that's currently in progress, and many features we haven't discussed today are in active development, like base building, social, and trade tools that are very much a priority. These, along with bringing the final polished features from Squadron 42 into the persistent universe, will make next year the most exciting yet for Star Citizen.
Well, we're finally on the other side of CitizenCon, and unfortunately for all the aspiring space architects out there, it seems that we only got a small bit of a non-update to base building. However, base building is coming, slowly but surely, a feature that has defined games such as Valheim, Subnautica, and even recently with Dune Awakening, is being crafted for our own experience in the universe. I think it's safe to say that crafting our own home on whichever desolate or occupied moon and or planet is one of the most anticipated features of our sci-fi universe, allowing us to do more than just visit. We can set down roots and even craft our own locations to the ever-growing cosmos. From what we've seen at the previous two CitizenCons, a variety of structures have already been confirmed in the lineup, allowing us to break ground on habitation modules, mining platforms, refineries, hangars, fabrication hangars, storage elevators, and even empty ground foundations. Those are all fantastic, but I'm a greedy whore, and I want even more options. And to be honest, as much as we all tend to complain about feature creep, the citizens of the verse, including myself, tend to want the more extravagant. So I wanted to go over 3 structures that I think would be a great addition to the Star Citizen base building lineup that would make players say, wait, I can build this? And I think the last one's really gonna spark some imagination. Okay, first, I'm sure we've all seen a military or cop movie or TV show that shows a tactical training facility or a shoot house. It's an open-top building laid out in a way to help teach proper room clearing and breaching technique, complete with a walkway above the structure to allow for observation of those being tested. This would be great for mercenary or military organizations with new recruits to help teach them proper squad tactics. Sure, we're supposed to have sim pits that will let people join Star Marine matches, but an in-universe training option would definitely help with the overall feeling of being in a top-tier mercenary group. This could be as simple as a large square outdoor foundation, or an indoor room with customizable layouts for walls and rooms, so org leaders can even make the layout the same as whatever content they're planning to do as a group, to allow for test runs, helping everyone be better prepared for whatever encounter they're planning on taking on. And as a bonus, I'd say also add on a dynamic shooting range. We've all seen Keanu training for John Wick, and seen that scene in SWAT where they run the range and get scores on accuracy. Give us that as well, complete with a scoreboard so members can compete against each other for bragging rights. The next thing on the list I feel would actually be really easy for CIG to implement. Give us existing structures that we already find in the universe, but allow us to customize them ourselves. The big 2 that come to mind is the recently added ASD facilities and the seemingly stagnant and borderline forgotten distribution centers. Imagine for a moment, it's post 1.0. You stumble upon a mission chain from overhearing a careless NPC talking in some bar on a space station, leading you down a rabbit hole of missions that are the same story elements of the ASD locations that we've been playing this year, ending in the final facility just like we do now. However, after you have finished with the ASE facility, you get a new mission, one to go to the main computer core to hack in and get the entire database for the facility, leading you to obtaining a blueprint for the structure itself, allowing you to build a brand new one on your own land plot. CIG has already shown us the intent to let us have some customization over building structures when they showed off player-made space stations, allowing us to change certain layouts, customize rooms, decorate and place our own logos to fit our needs. Just incorporate that idea with these new facilities and distribution centers so we can customize them in small ways to meet our needs as players and organizations. That way, they can get even more mileage out of the assets they created and give players a huge incentive to look into any missions that may lead to them getting new blueprints for grand in-universe structures. I can only imagine how useful a distribution hub for a logistics org would be, or even one just for a massive org that has their own distribution system for its own uses, and customizing the ASD facilities to be useful for any type of scenario. making a main office for an org, or make it a research facility for upgrading blueprints similar to the design ideas for that Space Collider module that's supposed to be on the Endeavor. I mean, it is a science building after all. Or just make a big org housing for all of your members with cool amenities inside. There's so many possibilities. Okay, so my last idea might be a bit more difficult for CIG to implement, and it's mostly an idea purely for the rule of cool. But I would love to see the ability to make cliffside or mountainside structures. How many times have you flown over a location on a planet or moon with breathtaking mountain ranges? Now, imagine you could build a cliffside hangar into the side of one, leading you into the depths of the mountain and potentially keeping your little, or large, home base a little bit more difficult to spot from orbit or from a random passerby. You could incorporate an elevator system, letting you traverse the interior of the mountain or cliffside and add interior modules for different uses, maybe even connecting a ground entrance for people or ground vehicles. And even add a docking collar to allow for quick docking of larger ships to quickly unload personnel. Just imagine flying down through a deep canyon, and on your starboard side, you see a hangar entrance. You open it, you fly into your little tucked away home. I honestly don't think anything could top those vibes. Come on, CIG, let me be a space dwarf. So tell me, what structures do you want to see buildable in Star Citizen? Tell me in the comments below. Let's dare to dream for the moment in our shared disappointment of not hearing more about base building in this past CitizenCon. If the idea of building your own space home is getting you interested in trying Star Citizen and you want to get started, go ahead and use my referral code on screen and in the description below for an additional 50,000 credits to the start of your adventure. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's completely free and helps me get my content out there. And let me know if you would like a follow-up video with even more things we could construct when we finally get to scratch our Star Architect itch. Thank you so much for reaching to the end of the video. As usual, I've been the guy with the generic gamer tag, and I'll see you in the next one.